I am so excited to start this new era of X-Men. What's going on, Marvelites? I literally just walked out of the comic book store. I've been like setting up this camera. It is way too hot in my car. I have really never read much X-Men in my life. I'm relatively new to comics. In fact, I got my first comic last year. You can check that video out somewhere around here. As most people know, X-Men is very convoluted. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's just kind of hard to keep track of what's going on. I initially started reading X-Men like on Marvel Unlimited with issue number 1, and clearly like 3 issues in, I was like, this is not the X-Men. Then I was pointed in the direction of Chris Claremont and his run, and I started reading some of that, and then I saw that Krakoa was ending, so I was like, let's jump in on the most recent spot. And I read House of X, Powers of 10, and then I stuck along with like 4 titles throughout the first year of Krakoa, and then I just kind of got sidetracked with other stuff. Krakoa is now over, and we are starting anew from the ashes, which is why I'm super excited. This is my first like X-Men comic that I've ever bought of the most current run, starting from the beginning, right? I did buy the issue number 700 from, Legacy issue number 700 from Krakoa ending. I actually haven't read it. It's still like in a bag and a board. I don't know if I'm gonna open it. I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. I do know most of the stuff that happened in Krakoa and how it ended, but I don't know absolutely everything. That's why I'm excited for this comic, because this is basically a brand new jumping on point. I also did pick up one other comic this week, and that is issue number 2 of the Ultimates, which I am also really excited about. I am pretty much all bought in on the Ultimate Universe. I have been pretty much reading every single issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimate Black Panther, all of which I am thoroughly enjoying. Actually, I think I'm loving Ultimate X-Men the most, with Ultimate Black Panther not being far behind. I will say Ultimate Spider-Man started off real strong and started to take a little bit of a nosedive for me personally. That doesn't mean I hate it. It is getting hot. You can probably see the sweat building on my upper lip. So we're gonna go ahead, check through this. I'm gonna read these actually. I'll be back, give you my thoughts. Just finished reading the newest issue of X-Men by Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman. I gotta say, I really liked it. I think having some background knowledge on some of these characters is super helpful. I think they did a really good job of explaining some basics of X-Men lore that if you had no X-Men background whatsoever, you could get some of that from this issue. The X-Men team is an interesting one, being, let me double check here, Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, Magic, and Juggernaut. Not your typical X-Men team, but they did all of the typical X-Men stuff. They're going in and trying to save mutants that Cerebro had found. The art by Ryan Stegman is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen or read anything with art by Ryan Stegman. I definitely like it. I don't dislike it, that's for sure. It's probably not my most favorite art style, to say the least, but I think he does a really good job. I love the coloring, which is by, Marte Gracia? Wow, that's backwards. Marte Gracia, you're doing a great job on coloring. Thank you. I like the issue. I like the storyline. I like where it's going. I'm interested to see where it goes. I do think it's a very good start to, of course, a long-running line of an historic comic from Marvel. I'm trying a new grading system here. I will probably explain my grading system at some point later, but I'm still fleshing that out, so we'll get there. But we're gonna go with 4 Infinity Stones out of 6. An odd grading scale, doesn't matter. It's mine, and there's 6 Infinity Stones, so let's go with it. At least right now, let's just say that a 4 out of 6 definitely means that it's worth getting, and it's worth at least spending your money to see if you'd be interested, especially if you are a fan of X-Men. Now, on to issue 2 of the Ultimates. My God, it is hot right now. I am sweating. You are seeing what this man does in a very humid day. The sweat is getting worse. We are dripping. We are literally dripping at this point, but we're doing it. We're committed at this point. I just finished issue 2 of The Ultimates by Denise Camp and Juan Frigeri. Another excellent addition to this current run of The Ultimates. Overall, this issue is almost a direct reflection of what's happening in the United States of America right now. People have been essentially brainwashed to believe the essential lies that they're being told that of what is freedom for them. Of course, our heroes know that that's not actually the case. We ultimately end up meeting a new character that I'm pretty sure they're new. I don't remember hearing them mentioned at all in any of this current run of the Ultimate Universe, who clearly that most people are aware of. Clearly we don't know how powerful she is in this universe. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, because we don't technically get to meet her until the end. I really enjoy Juan Frigeri's art. This specific issue is super action-packed. This issue, ultimately, we learn a little bit more. It didn't move the world forward as much right now, but that's okay. I think what it really did was set the tone and really set more of the world that we're in, especially in particular the United States. I forget the name of what they actually call it in the Ultimate Universe right now, since it's now molded with multiple countries. But again, it's a almost very direct representation as to what's happening right now in the United States of America. Another really good issue. I enjoyed it. I'm really bought in, and I think this is going to sway my grade on this. I think if you're bought in on the Ultimate Universe, what's going on, I think this is another really good issue to take a look at. I'm going to give this issue 4 out of 6 Infinity Stones. Maybe this will turn into like a weekly vlog. It might make my life a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll find out. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of content. I like it, minus the fact that I'm like beyond sweaty right now. This is where we're at. I need to get the wind blowing so I don't die. All right. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these comments if you like this style of video, and I will catch you in the next video. Excelsior.